If you own a diesel truck, there are three controversial modifications that thousands of owners claim completely transform the way their engines run, and one of them is now drawing serious attention from the EPA. These upgrades promise better throttle response, more power, fewer breakdowns, and lower long-term maintenance costs. But there is a major downside. In most states, all three are illegal for street-driven vehicles, and getting caught can become extremely expensive. Stay with me until the end, because the last modification delivers the biggest gains in both performance and fuel economy, and it is also the one regulators are targeting the hardest right now. Let's begin with the first upgrade that diesel owners constantly debate online: catalytic converter removal, commonly called a cat delete. The catalytic converter is designed to reduce harmful emissions before they leave the exhaust system. Inside the converter are precious metals like platinum and palladium that trigger chemical reactions to break down pollutants into less harmful gases. On paper, it sounds like a smart system, but diesel owners often discover the downside after years of driving and heavy towing. Catalytic converters operate under extreme heat. Temperatures can climb incredibly high during long drives or hard work conditions, especially when towing heavy loads. Over time, soot buildup, heat stress, and internal wear can cause the converter to lose efficiency or fail completely. When that happens, exhaust flow becomes restricted, back pressure increases, and engine performance starts dropping fast. Many owners notice sluggish acceleration, weaker turbo response, and reduced pulling power. In severe cases, the converter can even crack internally, sending damaged material through the exhaust system and creating even more expensive problems. Replacing a failed catalytic converter can cost anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the truck. That is why some diesel owners choose to remove it entirely. Without the restriction inside the exhaust system, gases move much more freely, turbochargers spool faster, throttle response feels sharper, and the engine can breathe easier under load. Many truck owners report noticeable improvements in responsiveness and moderate gains in horsepower. The exhaust note also changes immediately. The truck becomes louder, deeper, and more aggressive sounding, which some owners absolutely love. From a reliability standpoint, removing the catalytic converter eliminates one major failure point. There is no converter left to clog, overheat, or break apart internally. For high-mileage diesel owners, that can sound extremely appealing, but here is the reality. Removing a catalytic converter is illegal for public road use in most parts of the United States. Emissions levels increase significantly once it is gone, and many inspection stations will automatically fail any truck missing factory emissions equipment. Modern trucks also monitor converter performance using sensors, meaning a delete can trigger warning lights, trouble codes, and additional drivability problems if tuning is not handled correctly. Now let's move to modification number 2, the eager delete. Eager stands for exhaust gas recirculation. This system takes a portion of exhaust gases and routes them back through the engine intake to reduce combustion temperatures and lower nitrogen oxide emissions. Manufacturers designed the system to meet stricter environmental regulations, but diesel owners quickly learned it can create serious long-term maintenance issues. The biggest problem is carbon buildup. Hot exhaust gases flowing back into the intake system leave behind thick layers of soot and oily deposits over time. Intake manifolds become coated in grime. Intake valves collect carbon, and airflow efficiency slowly drops. The eager valve itself can clog or stick, leading to rough idle, poor acceleration, warning lights, and expensive repair bills. Many diesel owners eventually face eager-related repairs, costing hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some trucks also require professional intake cleaning after years of buildup, especially vehicles driven mostly in city traffic or short-distance conditions. That frustration is exactly why eager deletes became so popular. When the system is removed or blocked off, exhaust gases stop flowing back through the intake. The engine begins operating on fresh air only, keeping the intake system dramatically cleaner over time. Owners often report stronger throttle response, smoother power delivery, and improved engine consistency, especially during towing or highway acceleration. One of the biggest advantages is reduced maintenance. Without constant soot contamination, carbon buildup slows down dramatically. That means fewer intake cleaning services, fewer eager valve failures, and fewer long-term reliability concerns. For many diesel owners, the truck simply feels healthier and more responsive after the modification. But once again, there are major consequences. Egger deletion violates federal emissions regulations in the United States, and enforcement has become far more aggressive over the last several years. Trucks missing emissions components can fail inspections immediately, and penalties connected to illegal delete kits have become extremely serious. There is also another important issue many people overlook. Modern diesel engines are calibrated to work with factory Egger systems. Removing the system without proper tuning can create warning lights, limp mode conditions, poor drivability, or even reduced performance instead of improvements. The engine computer expects certain airflow and exhaust patterns, and when those numbers suddenly change, problems can appear quickly. Now we come to the most controversial modification of all, the DPF delete. DPF stands for diesel particulate filter, and this system is designed to trap soot particles before they exit the exhaust. It is one of the most advanced emissions systems found on modern diesel trucks. Inside the filter is a ceramic structure filled with microscopic channels capable of capturing extremely tiny particles produced during diesel combustion. As soot builds up, the truck performs what is called a regeneration cycle. During regeneration, exhaust temperatures rise dramatically to burn the trapped soot into ash and clear the filter. When everything works correctly, the process happens automatically while driving. But many diesel owners have experienced problems with DPF systems. Regeneration cycles consume additional fuel, reduce efficiency, and can become frustrating for trucks used mainly in short trips or stop-and-go driving. Failed regenerations can leave the filter partially clogged, reducing power and triggering warning lights. Eventually, some filters fail completely, and replacement costs can become shockingly expensive. This is why DPF deletes exploded in popularity among diesel enthusiasts. Removing the filter eliminates exhaust restriction, allowing the engine and turbocharger to operate more freely. Owners often report major improvements in power, torque, and acceleration. Fuel economy gains can also become significant because the truck no longer needs frequent regeneration cycles. For drivers covering huge highway miles every year, the savings at the fuel pump can add up quickly. The reliability improvements are another major reason owners choose this route. Without the DPF system, there are no regeneration failures, clogged filters, or expensive replacements waiting down the road. The exhaust system becomes much simpler overall, but this modification also carries the biggest risks. The EPA has aggressively targeted DPF delete companies, tuning shops, and truck owners in recent years. Large fines, lawsuits, and shutdowns have become increasingly common as regulators crack down harder on emissions tampering. The environmental impact is also significant. DPF systems capture enormous amounts of diesel soot that would otherwise enter the atmosphere. Removing the system sends those particles directly into the air. Manufacturers can also deny warranty coverage immediately if they discover emissions equipment has been removed. So why do diesel owners still perform these modifications despite the risks? Because the benefits can feel very real. Better throttle response, stronger power delivery, fewer maintenance headaches, lower repair costs, and improved fuel economy all make these upgrades extremely tempting for truck owners frustrated with modern emission systems. At the same time, enforcement is becoming stricter every year, and the legal risks are no longer something owners can ignore. Understanding these modifications helps explain why they remain so controversial across the diesel community today, across the country today.